Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your favorite podcast. It's called Stop the Internet Podcast. I'm Kelee.
And I'm Tricia.
Show it off, Trish.
Oh, here it is. There's two.
She's a married lady.
Yeah. Don't mind my scary nails.
I did just look at your other hand too. Or God, I was like, wait, are her nails painted?
Some are. Some are not.
You know what? It's a look.
It's so bad. They got painted. Wait, real quick. Sorry. Already going on a tangent.
Let's start it up.
I got gel for my wedding, and I have never had gel ever in my life before. First manicure ever with gel. I've never had dip, powder. Like, I've only ever had regular polish. And my sisters were like, do gel. I'm like, okay. So I did gel with chrome for my wedding. Loved it. Looked great.
Wow.
But then I'm like, how does it come off? And then I was thinking, well, I have more weddings coming up, so maybe I'll just go get my nails redone, and they'll take off the gel professionally, and it'll be great, and I'll get another color like for fall. And so I go in, and the man who I get paired up with is like literally asleep on the table, like head down, like asleep. And I saw him, and I was like, oh, he does not want to be here. And then of course they like point me to his chair to like go get my nails done by him. I'm like, okay. So I pick out this color thinking it's like a nice fall red. It's with all the other reds, looks red next to the other reds. Pick it out. He's like, okay, this is what you want. I'm like, yep. He starts peeling off the gel with his fingernails.
Nuh-uh.
From my nails. Yep.
No.
Picking it off.
Was it, sorry to say this. I'm going to say it. Was it like peeling off the top layer of your nail? Oh my God.
And here I am thinking that I've never had this done before. Like, I've never had gel. I've never had gel removed. So I'm like, is this it?
There is no way that that's okay.
I know. I don't know. It was odd, and I was upset already. I didn't say a word though, because I don't do this stuff.
Oh, of course.
Like,
of course not.
Of course I would never say a word.
Not confront anyone ever.
No.
Nor would I.
And then it gets time for like the paint to go on. He paints it. It's a hot pink with sparkles in it. And he's like, is that good? And I'm like, yep.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Because at that point, it was after work. I just didn't want to be there any longer. I'm like, I just want him to be done and go home. I don't want to start over. So I'm like, yep, it's fine. It's great. It's hot pink and sparkly. Nothing says fall like hot pink sparkles. Then the next day I went to Target and I bought the red color that I actually wanted, and I painted over the gel with the red, and it looks good for like a day. But since I'm a nurse and I use hand sanitizer every 5 seconds, it started to wear away. But the gel underneath does not wear away. So
your Barbie summer was like creeping into your fall.
Yeah, so I had like pink tips with like red bases essentially.
Gorgeous.
It's so bad. So these nails have been hanging on. Unfortunately, he did a really good job because these nails have been hanging on forever. I can't get them off. They're finally like peeling off a little bit by bit. I'm trying to be gentle with them and not like rip them off.
Yeah. Unlike
him. Yeah. So they're getting there, but they look horrendous right now.
Wait, can I say a tangent? I am not a nail salon person.
Same.
So one of the only times I've ever gone to a salon, I've gone to a salon less than 10 times, like maybe even 5, but like I'll call it 10 because there's probably a time where my like 7th grade best friend's mom like took us and I forget about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know what the difference is between like dip, acrylic, gel, builder gel. Like, well, I know what gel is, but the only thing I know is when my friends, when I am like, oh my God, your nails are amazing. What is that? They say it's dip. And I'm like, oh, okay, dip. And then I'm like, wait, but it's on your nail. They're like, yeah, it's on my nail, but the dip makes it harder. And it's designs, it's like all these different colors. I'm like, I love this. So my friend's getting married last year or 2 years ago at this point. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to get my nails done for his wedding. And then it was in June. So I'm like, oh, I'll have a little bit of like, you know, my beginning of my summer, I'll have really pretty nails. So I've never gotten my nails done with dip before, ever. I don't even know what dip is. I just know that whenever my friends have it, or whenever I see a girl and I'm like, so pretty, it's dip. Okay. So I go to the salon. It's so crowded. I'm like, okay, I'm scared to talk to them. I'm scared to like.
And everyone looks at you when you walk in.
I'm like, okay.
The staff, the people getting their nails done, everyone's head whips to you. I'm like, hi.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hi. How y'all doing? So I sit down with this girl and I pick out a shade of ivory. It's like so ivory, close to white. She starts putting the dip on my nails and it is the exact same color as my nail. So I'm like, okay, this is how it works. She puts the dip on my nail and then she paints it with the white, and then that's dip. And so we're like second layer, and she kept like shaping them, and she was like, is this good? And I was like, yeah. I swear all my life I thought she was talking about the shape.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Because she would kind of like file and then be like, is this good?
That's what I would think.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, looks good. And then she did the 2 or 3 layers and she's like, okay, looks good. And I was like, yeah, but this isn't the color I picked. And she was like, it is. And I was like, no, I think the color I picked is more white. And she pulled the ring of colors, like the plastic ring of nails, you know what I mean? That, and she held the swatch up to my nail. I shit you not. Though it was white compared to like the natural color of fingernails.
Yeah.
And she's like
telling you it's
she's
the
like
same color.
Oh. And then she looks at the number on the back of the swatch. She looks at the number on the back of the bin of dip. It's the same number. So clearly they messed up. Clearly they put like the wrong color in that number bin. It's like a dish. It's like a small like dish. And then she's like, okay, like, do you want me to redo it? Like something like that. And she was very, very quiet. And I don't have like great hearing.
Yeah.
And so it was loud in there and she was very quiet. And so I could barely like understand what she was saying because I was just like getting so flustered and I clearly wasn't understanding what she meant about the first couple things. Like when she was like, is this good? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, wait, now I don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like now I'm like, what are you asking me? Like, what are you like referring to? And I was just getting like, oh my God, what do I say? Like these nails, this looks so bad. Like it just looks like thicker nails of this.
Yeah.
And then
it is thick from what I've seen.
Yeah. And it was, I also thought that it was like they were going to shape it to be like pointier.
Yeah.
But that was wrong, which is like, you know, that was my mistake. I don't know what that would be. I thought it was dip. Like I watched TikToks where like they bring the nail forward and
like
it makes it like
gunk.
a point. Yeah. Like what is
like
that?
the goo, they stretch it out.
Yes. I'm like, I have no idea. Like, okay. So then I was like, could we do like one layer of the white? Like, could we take like a little bit of this off and just do one layer of the white so you don't have to fully redo it? And she's like, it's not going to be like fully white, but we can do it. And I was like, okay, honestly, I would like to maybe just do one layer. And she was like, I just asked you. Oh, I guess this was before she said like, you know, one extra layer. She was like, I just said, is it good? And you said yes. And I was like, I thought you meant the shape. I didn't know that this was the final color. It was so different than the swatch. Like I was like, how could I fully in my head was like, yeah, this is like what dip is. And then she attempted to take off the top layer and she did it so rough. Like she was like so annoyed after that. What she had done perfectly before, like taking that buffer and like doing it so smooth and like so it didn't hurt at all. She was like like I was bleeding. My fingers were bleeding and it was so painful. I was about to just be like, just stop. Like it's fine. It's fine.
Said, like, can you find someone else?
I honestly I should have. I don't know why I was like,
I wouldn't have said that. No, but I would have thought it.
I should have just said like, I'm sorry, like it's fine. Like you're hurting me. Like I don't need, you know, it's fine how it is. Like I'm literally bleeding. Like my fingers were bleeding.
That's crazy.
And I know. And she like didn't look me in the eye for the rest of it. And she put on one extra layer of the white and it still didn't look like the original color. It still just looked like a brighter shade of like natural skin tone. And I was like, thanks so much.
Did you tip?
Yeah, of course I tipped more than 20%. Of course I did. I was like,
I also tipped.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know why I did. Like you were so rude and like didn't do. I mean, okay, the thing is she wasn't rude up until this misconception. And it's like, I guess I should have just explained to her, like, I'm sorry. This is my first time ever getting my nails done as an adult. I haven't gotten my nails done since 8th grade. Like, I'm sorry. But I don't know. No, I did get my nails done for your sister Emily's wedding and I got gel that time and I really liked it and it didn't hurt at all. But actually it did hurt. It hurts when they put it under the UV. Doesn't it like burn a little bit?
A little bit. It's hot under there.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, that was a really long tangent.
No, that's
just to be like, it's kind of traumatizing when you don't know what you're doing in a salon.
You know what? I bet there's videos out there at this point on TikTok and stuff like how to enter a salon.
Yeah, that's actually a really good
I would be interested to watch that.
Yes, me too.
Salon etiquette, how to navigate a salon. Like it's very intimidating as someone who doesn't go regularly.
Yes. Yeah. I'm terrified now.
I do have an acrylic toenail on right now because I lost mine.
Wait, what? You lost your toenail? Wait, did I know this?
I won't shut up about it, so probably. I did the Broad Street run in freaking May.
Yes, you did tell me this.
Just in time for my wedding, I lost my toenail.
No.
Yeah, it was like end of July. I'm like, and I got married on September 13th. I'm like, perfect. This will not grow in.
Was it your big toe? Mm-hmm. Of course it was.
Yeah, I still have it on. Sorry, I'm not showing my dogs to the cameras, but you can see that's fake.
Wait, that does not look fake.
It's very wide.
Wow.
Wide. But yes, that's fake.
Is it super glued on?
It's acrylic. I have acrylic on my foot here, and I still don't understand how it works.
But what's it attached to?
I did have a very small amount of like actual nail.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Wow.
it's like on there, and it's lasted what, like
almost 2 months. Yeah. Wow.
Never knew you could ask for an acrylic toenail, but
It's
here
a
we
different
are.
world. It's a different world once you get into this stuff. I'm like, I don't know. It seems fun, but now I'm like, this is why people don't want to go. Honestly, I'm gonna compare it to the dentist. This is why people don't go to the dentist, because once you don't go for 5 years, they treat you like you are, I don't even know the word, but I just remember like missing the dentist a couple times, and I would go and they would be like, you haven't been here in so long. Like you really, and it's like
Like your plaque
yes,
buildup is
I'm so
insane.
sorry. Like so now you're scaring me and I don't want to come back.
Yeah.
And then during college, I'm not gonna lie, I missed the dentist for like 5 years, and I feel like a lot of my friends said the same thing.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel as bad about it, but I found a new dentist that was recommended to me, and I went in there and the girl was like, oh, so you haven't gone to the dentist in a few years? And I was like, yeah, I definitely have been slacking. And she was like, okay, you know what, you're here now and that's great, and like let's get you back on track. And I was like, that's all it takes.
all
Now
you need.
I'm like, I will never feel scared to go to the dentist here because I know you're not judging me like some other places. But I guess salons aren't exactly the same, although similar energy.
Similar.
Okay, we are talking about Tricia's wedding today. I have to shut up. I'm like, stop talking about yourself.
No, that's okay.
She's a married woman.
I am. I haven't been here in a while.
I know. I did say on a recent episode, I was talking about where you guys were, and I was like, Tricia is so busy with her wedding, and I was like, the next time she's in the studio, she'll be a married woman.
Yes.
You
I
are
am married.
Aren't you not a maid anymore? You're a matron.
Yes.
I hate the word matron.
Yes. I'm matronly now.
I literally hate that word. It gives
Same.
me the ick.
Yeah, same. But that's me.
How was it?
It was great.
I have so many questions.
Okay.
Our listeners know that we have a lot of opinions about weddings.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to give, I'm saying I want a lot. I need to stop being so selfish. I was hoping that you would give us a recap of your wedding and tell us if anything went wrong or if you like changed your mind about things. And we did an episode earlier this year where we talked about wedding hot takes. And I was thinking it would be fun to look back through them and see if your thoughts on any of this stuff changed since experiencing your own wedding. I would just want to hear your thoughts on everything. I have so many questions and I feel like this will be really relatable and insightful.
Yeah, I hope so. I feel like I don't know where to start. I guess I'll give a recap of the day.
Or do you want to give a small recap of like the planning process, or do you think do you think it'll flow better if you do that after?
Maybe after.
Okay.
Yeah. The wedding. So I planned the wedding in about a year, which, okay, now I'm just saying it.
That's fine.
So dumb.
No,
Okay.
it's good.
Okay, so yeah, Matt and I got engaged last Labor Day of 2024, so like end of August of 2024, and we got married September 13th of 2025, so we did it in about a year. It was difficult. I feel like that was like the norm for people when I was like little. I feel like a year engagement was like I don't know why I would have been talking about it when I was little, but that's what I have memory of is like a year engagement is standard, and I don't think that's the norm anymore. I don't know. I think that if you want a wedding that you can put on TikTok or Instagram or something, you need to give yourself more time, which essentially I was trying to plan a wedding that looked like it should be on like an influencer's page or like in a magazine or something, but it was very difficult to do that in a year.
Wait, can I ask you a question about that?
Yeah.
Knowing you are so down to earth, and I think that you don't even use social media that much.
Yeah.
So was that coming from a place of you see these things and you genuinely, because just side note, Tricia has very good taste. Like you are very artistic and you come from an artistic family. Like Tricia's mom is a professional artist. She's incredible. You've just been surrounded by art your whole life, and you are creative and artistic. And I think you have such a good eye for design and like picking vintage pieces and like making them come together and work in different ways. And so anyway, do you feel like you are saying that you wanted that type of wedding that people post about because you wanted to impress yourself, your guests, your like you wanted amazing photos, or is it just because that's genuinely what you're drawn to? Like you love those color palettes, you love those intricate details, and those are things that stand out to you when you attend a wedding. So therefore you wanted to give your guests the same experience.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of both, but more so it was just my taste and what I wanted for like my wedding. I would see like bits and pieces of like weddings that I would like and hold on to that, and stuff online that I would like and like hold on to that, and I'm like, that's gonna be at my wedding. And yeah, like I don't really use social media. Like I definitely doom scroll. I'm not saying I'm better than everyone. I just like don't post that much. So I wasn't really doing anything like for the gram or for like the clout or anything. But I definitely there was a component of it where like I'm like, I know what I'm capable of, and like I can throw together like a very tasteful, timeless, beautiful wedding. Like I know I can, so now I have to do it. But also like I think I'm sure it was like also like, what do people think of me? How are they going to think of me after the wedding? People's opinions of me did play a role in it too, where I wanted it to be beautiful like for my guests. And yeah, I probably wanted to like impress people a little, but when you're like spending all that money, like if people aren't impressed, it's like what's the point?
Yeah. I feel like this is where it gets a little controversial with we'll throw this party for you and do only things that you like. But some people like hosting, and they like the feeling of putting an event together and using these elements that are pieces of art, floral arrangements, details, candle styled in a specific way. It is art in the same way interior design is art, or wedding dress designing is art. And I think that's kind of where the line gets blurred, because you have people that are wanting to use these styles of art to throw an amazing party and be a cool host because they enjoy hosting people, and that includes inviting guests and impressing them and having them have and letting them have a really cool time and curating an experience for them. And I think that's where like people start to become judgmental, because it's like, this should be for you, this should be things only you want, but you want to be a host and you want to curate this art. And I just think that's a really interesting line, that it's very, very blurry when it comes to discussions about what you should or shouldn't do for your wedding, what you should care about versus what you shouldn't. So anyway, sorry, I'm going on tangents.
You're good. So I think it did have a component of like impressing myself, impressing others, but I think more so it was just, this is my wedding and it will represent me and Matt and our taste and how we feel about each other and what we value, like, which I think I honestly put too much pressure on myself, because I'm like, I want this to be like the utmost representation of like me and myself, and then also like my relationship with Matt.
That's so much pressure.
It was a lot of pressure.
Because how could it's like, I want these florals to represent who we are as a couple.
Literally my personality. Yeah, like literally. Oh, it was a lot. Like I preemptively started therapy. Like I literally started therapy, I think in like January or February, just to get ahead of the anxiety that I would inevitably be feeling. Also, Pinterest came around when we were in high school, or maybe even younger, and everyone has like their wedding Pinterest board. So I have been thinking about my wedding for as long as I can remember, because I was planning my own wedding on Pinterest for years and years and years. And I stayed consistent with Pinterest. I feel like it fell off for a little. I still used it. So I was saving my outfits and stuff, and I was like pinning like wedding stuff too. But even before Pinterest, one of my favorite things to do when I was really little was look at my parents' wedding album. And it was like reading a book to me, I guess. I don't know, but I loved all their pictures. I loved seeing like their family members there, and my grandparents like looked younger. I thought that was so cool. So then when it came time for my own wedding, that also added to the pressure, because I'm like, oh my God, however this wedding turns out and is memorialized in photos, this is what my children will see and look at, and potentially look at multiple times, and like have the feelings that I felt about my parents' wedding album. Like I loved it. I loved looking at it. It was like peak wedding to me. Like their wedding was like the wedding. So yeah, everything I did was with the intention, like this will be looked back on by my children and their grandchildren. It was more like that as opposed to like Instagram. But it was a lot of pressure that I put on myself.
That is, yes, that seems very stressful.
Yeah. And then it was also the stress of this is something people in your family, not everyone, this is something people talk about though for years and years and years. I will talk about my wedding with my sisters or my mom here and there for years and years to come. And like my kids, I'll talk about my wedding to them. And like, it's just that one event. It comes once in your life. Whatever happens at that wedding, whether it's funny, beautiful, sad, whatever, like people will talk about that, like who it's relevant to for years and years. So yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was trying to make it timeless. I'm like, I really don't want anything to age it. Like when we look back on it, like I don't want it to be like, why did we do that? That was so like weird and trendy. And so it was just, yeah, it was a lot of pressure. But overall, I did have fun trying to just curate like the most perfect wedding in my own eyes. So I like pulled inspiration from like literally everywhere. And then also just like my own taste and ideas I tried to put into it too. But it was like my dream wedding to the extent that I could plan it like within my time frame and budget.
No, I feel like that gives a lot of clarity to just where the thoughts are coming from, because I don't know. I think that there's just so much judgment when it comes to weddings. And I think that weddings, this is at least my interpretation of it, someone who's never planned a wedding, but sees endless TikToks about people talking about this, honestly.
And you work in the industry.
Yes, I work as a wedding photographer. So, you know what? I have realized, though, that I experience a lot of wedding days, but I don't experience and I don't know a lot about wedding planning and the thought that goes into it. I just see the final vision come together. But yeah, I don't see the iterations of it or really understand why things are the way they are on certain days. But yeah, I just feel like I see people talking about this a lot. And I think that some people just get way too caught up in how it looks to other people. And is it going to go viral? Is it going to be featured on a blog, a wedding magazine, a wedding publication? And I just think for some people, it's a really difficult line to walk when you're making decisions based on, you know, what you want or what you think is going to get you published or get you to go viral on TikTok. And it is kind of sad when it's more of that, when people are making these decisions because of social media. And I will say, I actually totaled up how many weddings I was at, and it's like about 200. And
total?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You've shot?
Yeah. Or that I've like second shot or.
Wow.
Yeah. So I will say, most people are not thinking about social media on their wedding day. Like they curate beautiful weddings and they do not talk about Instagram. Very rarely are people even filming a TikTok on their wedding day. And if they are, it's like a fun like little trend and they're just doing it for memories and stuff and a fun thing. So I feel like there's way too much hate, I guess, when it comes to talking about weddings on social media, because in reality, most people are not thinking about that on their wedding day. And if they're planning things that they want to go viral on social media, I think that's a very small percentage of people. And most decisions that most people are making for their wedding days, in my experience, do not have to do with social media.
Yeah.
It just has to do with people wanting certain details. I guess I will say this. Weddings are a thing where there's a very specific level of detail that you can put into it that makes it like a grand wedding. And I don't really have anything to compare it to because I'm trying to think of another industry that maybe more people would understand. But basically, weddings, you can kind of go all out on certain details, but there's like a limited amount of categories of details. For example, the flowers. You can either spend $100 on flowers or $1 million on flowers or anywhere in between. And so if you're spending $100,000 on flowers, that's probably like a really good wedding, you know, that like someone in the industry would be like a really good wedding. But like, are they doing that because they want to go viral on social media, or are they doing that because they can afford a wedding planner and the wedding planner is like, look, this space is going to be amazing if it's like decked out in flowers and like, I don't know. I'm like totally rambling and this is like a very like way deeper conversation than what's relevant to this, but I don't know. I guess just from what I see, I can think of like honestly 2 brides that I'm like, all they care about is optics and how people perceived their wedding day. And they were obsessed with getting it published. They really cared about it. And yeah, they did it up. They did their wedding. They did it fully up. And it was like, do you think this will be published? And it's like,
yeah.
It's honestly kind of sad because my perception of them, and I could be wrong about this, is if it's not published on a blog, are you going to be less happy with the turnout?
Yeah.
Are you going to be less, are your memories of your wedding day going to be tainted because some random blog that you have no affiliation with whatsoever didn't post it? Also, not to be a hater, but these wedding blogs that repost your wedding, do they really mean anything? Like it is some biased editor. I could go get a job at any random magazine and be the editor of the wedding blog section, and my personal preference can dictate whether or not your wedding gets published on a blog. Like, I'm so sorry. Unless you work in this industry, does it really actually matter?
Yeah.
Like if your wedding gets published on any wedding magazine. Like, it's an honor. I'm not going to lie. It's an honor and it's so exciting. And when, especially as a vendor, if your work gets published, like they only publish amazing weddings with like really good details. So like it is an honor. But if you're just a normal person living a normal life and you just get married one day and then go back to your corporate job on Monday, like does it actually matter?
Right.
Or is it your ego telling you? Is it your
life?
Yeah. Like, or is it your ego telling you that like you are better than somebody else if your wedding got published on some random wedding blog that most people have never even heard of, because weddings are irrelevant to most people most of the time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really being a hater today.
No, it's true. It's like
on my own industry.
Like most people like in their young 20s, like if you go and tell them like, oh yeah, I got published on like what, I don't even know, a bridal Instagram, like brideco.
See, this is
.uk. I'm not
going
to be
a
like
example though.
Yeah, like no one's going to be like, wow, you're so much cooler than we thought you were. Like,
seriously.
Like no one's gonna even know what that is, and like
yes,
it doesn't get you more money. It doesn't change anything about your life. I mean, good, that's awesome for you, but like I feel like people have lost sight of like the reason that we do this at all.
Yes, and it's like totally an ego thing, right?
Yeah.
Because if you didn't care and then your wedding got published, it's like, oh my god, this is amazing, like this blog published my wedding, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
But to like obsess over it and be like, can we try this one? Like this is really important to like, I want it to be here. Like I don't want to go to a lower tier one. I want to try the biggest blog in the world. And it's like, why? Like, what is the deep rooted, if you really, really had to write it down in black and white, why is that something that interests you? And I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. Like, you might have a good reason that you're like, this just really matters to me. Like, I'm a designer. I'm this. I'm interested in art. I love magazines. And I just have always appreciated, like, maybe it's a normal reason. But is it just because you will feel better about yourself if, like, somebody who you deem as, like, better than you, AKA one of these big magazines, like People Magazine, like, if People Magazine posts me, they think I'm cool and therefore I am cool. Yeah. And it's like, but also, I don't know, like where is that coming from?
Yeah. Also, like People Magazine posts so many things every day.
Wait, that's another... Like, I feel like I'm being a hater, but I agree.
No, but like you're gonna get lost in the shuffle. You know what I mean? Like, I completely
agree.
Vogue weddings, like they post so many weddings.
I literally completely agree.
Not that I really know, but I'm assuming they do. It seems like they do. Yeah.
This is what, okay, I'm just gonna be like a really big hater for a second, but this is like kind of how I see it. Yes, these publications and blogs only post a select number, and compared to how many submissions they get, it's a small number, like comparatively. But they're posting a number of blogs about a number of weddings every single day of the year, every year. Like and out of all the ones they put on their website, they might post like a couple images of one or two of them on their Instagram.
Yeah.
And they're probably not going to tag you because it's a business and they don't care about you. They care about the other businesses because the photographer or the, you know, the planner is in their recommended vendor guide and the photographer is paying to be in that guide. So
yeah,
this is a business. Like this is all business. This is all to make a pretty penny. Also, why are you going out of your way, spending hours and hours stressing about what blog your wedding gets put on and published on when they are going to make a profit? They're going to use all your time, your resources free. This is free to them. This is free content, free like pictures. We don't have to pay. Like these are copyrighted images that we're getting for free. Like best. And the bigger the wedding blog is, is, the more choice they have. Like they get first pick because they're the biggest blog in the world. So they get to pick any photographer's content in the entire world and they just get it for free. Not only do they get it for free, they're running ads on that thing. So they are making money. So you are literally stressing out to get your wedding published on some irrelevant magazine. And I say irrelevant because you can't even, you're a normal person and you just got married. You can't think of one blog other than Vogue.
No, I genuinely cannot.
This is how irrelevant this is.
And I do scroll Instagram and TikTok a lot. Yeah. Like I do scroll a lot.
The only reason I know what these blogs are called is because I work in the industry.
Yeah.
And I just think like as a bride, like why does it really matter? But as a vendor, it's everything because this is like a showcase of your work and you're getting SEO out of it. You're getting to put that little like logo on your website.
Yeah.
Like it's great for you because it's a business. It's literally all about money and it's about business. And so I don't know. Okay, I'm being a hater now, but I'm just thinking like, like in reality, it does not matter if your wedding goes viral or not because you are literally a drop in the bucket and no one's going to remember you for your wedding. Sorry. Unless you're freaking Sophia Richie, which I'm not. Sorry.
And her wedding venue is like
Sophia.
$400K or something. I don't even know what it is. It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did look at it. Or there was like a TikTok about it, like what it costs. Because I was like, oh, what does it cost?
Yeah.
Is this an option? Nope.
I feel bad because I feel like I'm not trying to hate on weddings are beautiful. And if you can throw an amazing party and it's on Vogue, like incredible. Like I'm gagged over these photos.
Yeah.
I seriously am. I look at Vogue from time to time and I'm like, oh my God. But these are celebrities. These are billionaires.
Yep.
That can pay for literally anything, and the venue itself is a work of art in another country. Like that's
literally
just its own thing. But wait, what was I just gonna say about that? I don't know.
Unless you're Sophia Richie.
Oh yeah, think of like one wedding that is not a celebrity wedding that you're like, this wedding like stands out to me. It went viral and I remember it right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't even think of a celebrity other than Sophia Richie.
No, literally same.
I don't know. Anyway. All this to say, the people that will remember your wedding are you and your family. So it's like, I don't know. Okay. Wow. This has really turned into me just like being a hater when I was really like,
no, I don't
wanted
think you're a hater. I think you're just being realistic.
Okay. I feel like I, treaded into hater territory there, but I just thought it was interesting coming from you because you do care so much about curation of beautiful things. And I feel like it's important to talk about the reason why.
Yeah.
And to remember that like it is okay to care about these things if you're caring about them for the right reasons, which is like stupid, like cliche thing to say. Yeah. But I do think the right reasons is you and, the people that are actually going to remember them. But anyway, okay. I'm really being a hater. I really need to sit down.
Well, I was just about to be a little bit of a hater.
Okay.
Too.
Take the floor.
Like, I know I need to because I feel like I was like going to social media a lot for like inspo. Like I said, Pinterest was a big thing for me for years and years. And then like as I actually started to like realistically like plan my wedding, I was looking on like TikTok and Instagram. I don't know, stuff was popping up. I was also kind of seeking it out, not really, but I was getting a lot of stuff like timeless wedding, timeless, classic, timeless, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like looking at these things and none of it is like timeless or classic.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Big wedding trends right now is like classic and timeless and like vintage and stuff and all that aging well essentially. I personally don't think any of them are timeless. Like I don't think that the people planning these weddings knows what timeless is. And I don't think that the people writing the articles about timeless weddings understands what that means either.
Wait, can you give us an example?
I think I have a few examples.
Just say it. Just okay. I've said so much. No, I need you to come to my level so that I feel better about myself. So that I feel less anxious sitting here like I just aired out.
I really don't think it was even that bad.
Okay.
I'm about to call people, like not by name, but call people out like for specific stuff. Like I think Sophia Richie. No.
I'm sorry.
I have a few examples. One, I'm gonna just name her Olivia Culpo's like after party dress. Hey.
Wait, the like cage one?
Yes.
Yeah.
She tried to go so timeless and elegant and beautiful with her wedding dress and then got into a cage for her after party. I don't know. I just don't understand. And I'm sure that, I'm not rich enough to understand the juxtaposition between like old money and like nightclub chic, Paris, whatever, like nightlife. I guess maybe I'm not rich enough, but I truly don't think it's like timeless, elegant. And that's something else maybe people will fight me on, but like I feel like if you're going for a timeless wedding, like you got to go all out timeless and not just bits and pieces timeless, because then it's like it's not timeless. It's like you have timeless elements maybe, but the wedding itself is not timeless if you have all these like crazy trendy elements to it too.
Also, why is everyone so scared of time?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I am, but yeah.
Okay. Honestly, I am too. I said that as if like I'm not. I'm like, yeah, why is everyone so scared to get older, to get a wrinkle on their face?
Just
I'm like,
age gracefully.
But you guys, that's for you, not for me.
Yeah.
Like, no, but that's actually a really good point. I have never heard it stated that way. Like if you want to be timeless, you can't pick and choose, because your gallery is going to be this completed, it's going to be everything.
Yeah.
Not just the one thing. Okay, I liked the dress, the after party dress as a dress.
Yep.
I'm not sure I would wear it to a wedding.
Yeah.
It's a little odd for a wedding, but I did like it just as like a piece.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was a statement. It was unique. Like it was cool. I honestly can't even picture it that clearly in my head right now. I just remember not liking it.
Okay.
I just, in general, I don't like the short dress trend at a wedding, no matter what part of the day it's and I don't like the short look for the reception, for the after party. And that's just a very personal opinion of mine, but I do think that it's very trendy right now. It's not like classic, timeless. I don't know. I had a second look. But I only wore it for my after party, but it was a long dress and it was like very simple, like boat neck. I don't know. I just felt like you're throwing this like formal event where everyone's wearing like long dresses, and then you're gonna like go get changed to put on a short dress and like, dare I say, sneakers too.
Wait. It's so crazy that you say that, because I've never seen anyone say this until like a couple days ago. I was on TikTok and a girl was like, this is my hot take. Why are you changing into a short dress? And so now you're going to be the least black tie look at your own black tie event. Like you're going to be the most casually dressed person at your own wedding, especially if it's black tie. And a lot of the comments were about sneakers. Like they were like, and you're especially going to change into sneakers. Like it's giving 8th grade dance.
No, for real. Like it is. I can't imagine. I'm about to be like even a bigger hater.
Just do it. Just
like,
say it.
You're spending all this money on this extravagant formal event and you're gonna wear sneakers to it. This is so mean. It's like giving, you just like don't know how to dress at a formal event.
Which is fine. This is a conversation a lot of people have been having, and I don't think it's insulting. Like it's not insulting to not know something.
Yeah.
You know? You can learn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to like be like rude. I'm just saying it's just very interesting to me to like have this formal event where people are wearing tuxedos and then you put on like a short dress and or maybe sneakers under your long dress. It does not match the event that you're throwing and the atmosphere you're trying to create with like your venue and your band and like everything else. It like takes it down a few notches, and I'm like, do people even realize that it's doing that in my brain?
I would actually say no, because I've never thought about this. Like I actually do like the short dress trend or the second dress trend. I think it's really fun, but I've never thought about it this way. And I'm not a huge fan of sneakers with dresses in general, but like I've never thought about it in the like if a bride were to do it, I'm like, oh cool. Like I just think about it in a very superficial way, and I haven't thought about it in this way until like 2 days ago, and now here when we're pointing it out for the situation that you're in.
Yeah.
Like, is that actually what fits that vibe? And
it's like, is that what you're trying to give?
Right.
Like, because I feel like people are trying to give old money and then they put on sneakers.
Wait, also, why is everyone trying to give old money?
Yeah.
So bad. Like,
yes. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, but that's a whole nother thing.
But like, yeah, I mean, don't come for us. If you want to wear sneakers on your wedding day, if you have like plantar fasciitis or whatever and you need to wear sneakers, please wear sneakers.
And get that steroid shot.
Yes. And like, we love you and your sneakers. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, if you're like saying this is a black tie event, but I'm going to wear sneakers, I feel like it's not a black tie event, if that makes sense.
Honestly, you're kind of right about that.
And maybe this is like old thinking of me, but it's like almost going back to like society and like etiquette.
It's etiquette.
It's like, it's etiquette. Yeah. And I don't know. I just like stuff to match and fit together nicely, and I feel like sneakers do not fit in my brain like into a wedding anywhere. Like they just don't. It's like a puzzle, and they don't belong.
Yeah, which okay, I think
sense.
is so fine to say because everyone has opinions, and like we are not telling people don't do it. Like don't wear sneakers. It's just your opinion, and you're allowed to not like the look. And someone else probably hates heels at weddings, and it's like okay, that's fine too.
Yeah,
you can like what you like. But I feel like I'm like putting 2 and 2 together, and I'm like I feel like this is 4. Is like people preach about I want timeless. I don't want trendy. I want black tie. Like black tie weddings are all the rage right now. Like everyone wants this.
I had one. Guilty.
I love, first of all, don't misconstrue my words. I love a black tie event. I wish we had more of them, honestly. Yep. But people want this like black tie. They want to the 9 service. They want old money. And they're like, I am going out of my way to curate this. I'm spending 2.5 years in my engagement to like plan this perfect wedding in every detail. And then they're like, and sneakers. And it's like, you can do that. 100% you can. We're just going to tell you straight up, that doesn't match. And you can still do it. You can still do it if you want to do it, but it doesn't match. It's just true. You are right in what you're saying about like, if you're going back to like playing by the rules of what
in like
etiquette,
society.
Yeah, like just,
I'm thinking like debutante balls where you learn this stuff. It doesn't fit.
Yes. And you 100% you don't have to play by those rules.
Right.
But it seems like everyone wants to play by the rules in like the terminology and like everything else that they use and what they tell guests to wear. But then they don't want to play by it.
Which again, that's fine.
Which
that
is like,
really
okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just not my vibe.
You just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not my vibe. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think it's like a timeless, classy event. Honestly, if you're like mixing stuff. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it will age really well. And then I'm really happy for you. And if it's your dream wedding, as every person on the internet says as a disclaimer, if it's your dream wedding, then like that's great. And I'm happy for you. And you deserve that. Yeah. These are my thoughts.
Yeah.
I also feel like another example from wedding blogs, not that I was really reading blogs, but like
once again, nobody reads these.
Yeah, no one reads them, even people planning the weddings. Like, but I did watch a lot of TikToks, and it was like certain people would make videos reviewing weddings of influencers or like whatever, like C-list celebrities that were, these weddings were like somewhat attainable to like your average Joe.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, maybe not attainable. Maybe they just seem it and they're not.
Yeah, then you find out that it's like 20K on floors, and you're like, okay.
Yeah. Another thing that they were like, they're so chic and classic. They had bows everywhere.
Nobody knows what chic means anymore.
No, exactly.
We can all go to Europe and figure it out, but like people throw around chic like they throw around sleek or feminine,
and they mix it with stuff that might not be chic. Like they'll be like rustic chic, barn chic. I'm
barnyard
like,
chic. You're like lights that are dark,
yeah,
darks that are light. Like they're just not the same thing.
Blue that is orange.
Exactly.
I think they're opposites.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the fake fruit on the tables, or even if it's real
fake fruit on the table.
I've been seeing fruit on tables.
Okay, wait. Unpopular opinion. I kind of like the fruit on tables.
That's fine.
Sorry.
I'm just saying. That's fine. I see how it's pretty. Like I see the vision. Just in my head, I think it's going to seem like how everyone was decorating their homes in like Tuscany vibes.
Yes.
In the early 2000s, like browns.
Yeah. Honestly,
brown.
Fruit wallpaper. Fruit wallpaper.
Fake grapes.
Yes.
Everywhere. Yeah. Metal banisters, like iron.
Railings. Yes. I know what you mean.
Indoors, though. Like, does that,
I know what you mean.
I don't know. So I feel like the fruit vibe, the fruit trend is like giving that a little bit. But maybe it's not.
I also think that what is one thing... Okay, wait, no, that's not... Hold on. That's... I was like, everyone's going to be able to answer what the question I was just going to ask. I was going to say, like, what's one thing that's actually timeless? But that's like, no, that can be answered. But like, sorry, I was literally just thinking to myself, like, certain silhouettes are timeless. Like Princess Diana's revenge dress, pretty timeless dress. You can wear that pretty much whenever. But when it comes to weddings, I actually think that very, very few things are timeless because the world is just, we evolve so quickly, especially now, especially since technology and social media. We evolve so quickly. And other than if you threw a wedding that was black and white with candles on the tables and nothing else, and maybe like a straight cut down
Yeah.
wedding dress. Like, how can something not be outdated at some point? Like, everything is outdated at some point. Like, that's called the evolution of style. Other than these very, very simple silhouettes or a simple, I don't know. I guess maybe that's where it gets hard, because people want extravagance and they want over the top, but then they're like, I want timeless. What is something that is extravagant and timeless? Like a castle maybe, but like floral arrangements, like how can you have extravagant and timeless? Okay, wait, maybe timeless isn't the right word, because maybe that's not the right word, because there are things that are always elegant. Maybe elegant is what you want, because you can look back on a wedding or like a party or something from any decade and you can figure out when it was thrown, but that doesn't mean that it's not elegant and beautiful. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just rambling. I'm really rambling.
No, I know. Same. But I feel like I was really caught up in being like timeless, and I was so nervous, like don't fall into any of the trends. I felt if I stuck to the basics of a wedding, we had a church mass and then we had a reception at an old house under a tent. It was giving the Weasley vibes from Harry Potter. I know you don't watch Harry Potter, but it's fine. It was a pretty basic wedding. I'm very detail oriented, so I did like include a lot of like special touches everywhere, but I feel like the wedding itself was very basic, and that's how I felt like I could keep it timeless, because I was just kind of like following tradition of like a classic wedding. But I think that no matter what, people will look back and they will be able to see like when that was, because of what we're wearing and how our hair looks and like the style of photography and everything like that. But thinking about it now, looking at my parents' wedding book, it was in the 80s, which the 80s really had a time.
It did.
With their trends. But looking at my parents' wedding book from when I was a child, my only memories of looking at that book are like, wow, how beautiful. This is such a beautiful wedding, which is what I was saying earlier. That was the definition of a wedding to me, which I feel like that would be like most little kids who are maybe like looking at their parents' like wedding books. So like that's kind of like what I was going for. Like I just want to be able to look back and be like, wow, that was so beautiful. And I think I did get caught up in like, well, is this going to age well and stuff? But it's like hard not to when you're surrounded by like the current wedding industry like of today is like so overwhelming.
Oh my gosh.
Like it's hard not to get caught up in it. But I feel like as long as like you're happy with it and you can look back and just be like really happy with how it was and like just feel like the love that you felt that day, that's good. Like you did it.
Wait, I feel like I totally like what I'm saying came off wrong, because you were like, I wanted it to be timeless, and I'm like, wait, why does everyone care so much about timeless? Like,
no, but
everyone
does.
No, I would too. That's why like I feel like I hope that I can like be okay with like a choice that I made. Like I know I'm gonna put so much pressure on it, and I don't want to. Like I hope that I can like be inspired. I don't know.
Hope that you can have like a calm wedding process.
But I don't expect it. I like don't expect
opposite of mine. But because it is like
yours is so sad.
It is. I mean, I put so much pressure on myself, unfortunately. It was very stressful, wasn't super fun. And to be honest, once it was done, like the relief I felt was like unlike anything I've ever felt before, which is like good and bad. I'm just happy that it's done and it went well. Nothing really huge went wrong. You know, we had some stuff, but which we can get into. But overall, it was like a great wedding. Like that's all I can ask for. So.
Okay, good. Wait, I feel like I hijacked this and I was like,
no,
why is everyone like, this is the problem? But I didn't mean to. It's like
impossible not to go on tangents about weddings.
I know, there's so much to say. There really is.
There is.
Wait, but I do feel like I want to clarify. You are just so good at curation of things.
Thanks.
And like making things come together. And I feel like that's where it comes from you. And it like sucks that like I feel bad that you had so much pressure on yourself and like you were so stressed during the planning, because you know what actually also is a word that's kind of a buzzword right now, but I feel like it actually fits. Effortless. To make something look effortless is so hard. And I think like there's these interesting words that have connotations that people sometimes misuse, and one of them being simple. I learned this in advertising school, actually. Simple is a compliment because it is very, very hard to make certain things simple. For example, Apple's iOS. It is very simple. It is so freaking hard to to make all of that on a simple menu.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's like small, but just scrolling through it is pretty simple. You click an arrow, you click the back arrow. Simple.
Yeah.
But and then the word that would be like an insult is simplistic. So if like someone was dumb and they put no thought into something and they were like, here it is, you'd be like, this is so simplistic. Like there's nothing good about this. Whereas if you said something was simple, it's like it probably took a lot of effort to make it simple. Anyway, another one being effortless versus like, well, I guess it doesn't matter what it would be versus, but I guess kind of like thoughtless or careless would be the negative, but the positive is effortless, because to make something appear effortless probably takes so much effort.
Yeah.
So much effort. And I actually think about that when it comes to like candid wedding photos. Like so many candid wedding photos where people send us like screenshots and they're like, I really, really want like all candids, no posing. I love this. Every single one of them is a prompted photo.
Yeah.
It looks candid because the photographer has a skill in direction and when they click the camera, but people don't just walk through a field smiling with their best friends and the dress is flowing perfectly and they're perfectly holding the veil out like that and they throw the bouquet up and they're like, ha ha ha. No one's doing that. I'm so sorry. That was 100% directed by a photographer or a wedding planner, but it looks candid and it looks effortless. And that's where the skill and the actual art lies. And of course there are genuinely candid moments, but they're probably not. Some of the ones you think are candid probably aren't.
Yeah,
you know?
they're not like perfectly captured. Probably.
Yeah, like a candid might, like an actual candid, they do happen. Obviously, you're going to greet your guests and smile, and we're going to photograph like over their shoulder at like the smile you're like, you know, with you guys laughing. Like that's a candid. But a lot of things look effortless that are not effortless.
Yeah,
and I feel
definitely.
like that's kind of your vibe too. It's
Thanks.
like, yeah, with your, and you said it too, I think earlier when you were talking about your reception, or, you know, you were saying your wedding was basic. See, I don't think your wedding was basic. Because basic is almost like an insult now.
Yeah.
You were classic.
I was just trying to keep sight of like the core of like a traditional wedding, which is ceremony, cocktail hour, reception.
Yeah.
Not really do too much extra, but at the same time I did have a ton of details that went into it. So yeah, but I tried to keep it very like standard, I guess you could say, like, which also doesn't sound like great.
What's a good word for that? I feel like we need to, I feel like this conversation is making me realize that all of these people that think they want timeless, they actually don't. They want what you like. How would you describe that? Basic is such an insult now. Like people are like, oh, you're basic. Like that means you're like, you don't have anything special going on. That's not it, but it is at the same time. You picked basic. No, see, basic is like not a good word. Well, I don't know. Am I projecting onto that word?
For like internet brain rot, it's not a good word.
Literally,
but like,
yes.
In reality, it's
just
fine. I don't know.
Yeah, it's, I guess it's a pretty neutral word because something can be basic and good or basic and bad. But like, it seems like you picked traditional, classic elements of like what a wedding is, and you gave them a little upgrade to make them more elegant and reflect your personal style.
Yeah.
And
that's what I was going
for. Elegance is what I think of when I think of timeless.
I agree.
Name one timeless thing that you wouldn't say is elegant.
Yeah.
I feel like Princess Diana revenge dress, like it is elegant.
It is, yeah.
Maybe this is the new thing.
Timeless.
Maybe it's elegance. Because when I look at your wedding photos too, they're so elegant. They're like your dress flowing, the veil, the bouquet. What are those flowers called again?
Orchids.
Oh, orchids. Yes.
Yeah. So
can we insert some of your wedding photos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're paying attention, you can watch. We'll insert them.
So yeah, quick fun fact. I actually wore my mom's dress, which
timeless
was my grandmother's dress. So it was like
timeless.
70 something years old, maybe older. I don't remember.
That is so crazy.
It was made of silk from France and lace from France. Yeah. And like I did have it redone. Amazing. The skirt we did not touch though. And my mom, when she had it somewhat redone as well. My grandmother got married in January. So it was like high neck, long sleeves, like picture Princess Kate.
I'm gonna look it up. The royals always have great wedding dresses.
Was that vibe like the same neckline?
Oh, Kate Middleton?
Yes.
Oh, I can picture her dress.
Yes.
Okay.
Like the the collar of like the high neck kind of deal. Yeah, so that was my grandmother. And then my mom did short sleeves and like kind of a scoop neck, and it was a little bit 80s looking but still pretty. But she was in June, so it was hotter, so she had to like cut down on the fabric a little. And then I was September, and I went square neck, corset style ish, very simple, just plain silk top that we redid. We had to like cut some fabric out from the train and reconstruct the top for me. Cool. The train was huge because my grandmother wore 12 hoops under her skirt. So it was huge. So there was definitely like fabric to spare.
Iconic.
To make a top.
Olivia Culpo would have loved it without the skirt over the hoops.
Yeah.
With her like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which low key, we still have the skirt and the original hoops. And Olivia, I tried it on.
If you're listening.
And it's funny. It's like you can't sit down in it. It's like crazy because the hoops just like
Wait, so
up.
what are the hoops attached to?
They
like an underskirt?
So like picture the very trendy tiered white skirts that are in style now.
Yes. Okay.
That's what it looks like, this skirt, but each seam where the tiers are has like a little fabric cave. I don't know what to call it. Tunnel.
Yes, the tunnel.
That you feed the hoop through, and the hoop.
Okay.
I think it's like kind of metal, but it's like flexible and it holds like a circle shape. So as you're feeding it through, it's like looping around the skirt. And then I think you just like hook it to itself.
Okay.
Once it comes out the other end. And then each hoop is bigger and bigger size going down the skirt. Yeah, it's cool.
Wait, so you tried it on?
Yeah, I tried on I didn't try on the wedding dress on top of the skirt with the hoops, and I just tried on the hoops. And it was so
I'm sure
funny.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. It was really cool. It was like original. Like,
yeah.
The skirt was like 100% cotton, great material. I'm like, they don't make clothes like this anymore.
No, they
sadly.
don't. Nothing is timeless anymore.
No. But yeah, so I really felt like
I'm going to be overusing this word.
No, I agree.
Forever. I'm sorry.
I do feel like though I was really reaching for a timeless look with my wedding dress, because I'm like, how can this not be timeless if it's been worn to 3 weddings?
Yeah.
So I'm like that, I'm good in that area. Like check. Good. Yeah. My veil. So my mom had added lace to the bottom hem of the skirt when she redid the dress. And when I brought the dress to my seamstress to redo it, she immediately said that lace is not original. We're removing it.
Oh.
But because it still is like part of the dress and, carries meaning, it was like your mom's dress. It was your mom added it. So it was part of your mom's day. We're going to put it on your veil.
Wait, that's so freaking cool that she just knew from looking at it.
Oh, she was so good. Wow. So talented. She like grew up in France, apparently.
Anything from France, I'm like, wow.
She didn't have a French accent though, so I'm like confused, but it's fine. I don't doubt her. Her skills
like,
amazing.
So you're flying.
Yeah. I was just like a little confused about the accent, but it's fine. I don't have an ear for accents, so, I'm not one to talk, whatever. But yeah, so then the lace, because the skirt was so big for my mom too, because she didn't take any fabric away, and she did wear some hoops, not all of them, but some. There's a lot of lace, so I had a cathedral length veil.
Oh, so cool.
With lace all the way around, which was really cool. And then the flowers, my grandmother carried orchids, my mom carried orchids, so then I carried orchids too.
Wow, I love that. So Trish,
tried to go timeless.
You're the timeless baseline.
Thank you. That means a lot.
This is the only wedding I've actually ever experienced that's actually timeless, I think.
Like it literally, like it's
what
not
else?
trendy because it was done years ago too. I don't know. So in my head, that's what I was trying to like base a lot of decisions on is, would this have been done in like the 50s or the 40s or the 80s? Mm-hmm. Would it be out of place at a wedding from a different decade? And I was trying to kind of keep it just, I don't know, not that it matters. Like if you want to go trendy. I do fall into trends a lot. Like definitely, like I love a trend. I love shopping for new clothes. Like love it. Like my shirt, definitely this is trendy right now. Barrel jeans.
But that's
like
fine.
Come on.
Wait, these are barrel jeans?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to stand up later. I need to take a look at them.
They're really comfortable.
They're really cute. I like the hems or seams on them. I was looking at them earlier.
Thanks. But yeah, I don't know. For my wedding, I just did not want to do trends. I was really trying to be like aware of that and avoid them. Yeah. I don't know why. I can't really explain it.
No, but that's
I don't
fine.
know.
But that's who you are. I think like this is actually like the perfect reason, because you looked at your parents' wedding album and you're like, wow, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And you wanted something similar. Yeah. That's like true to who you are, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but that's where I'm like hating on these people like making TikToks for Vogue wedding. I'm like, do you even know what timeless?
No, and also Also, not gonna lie, a lot of the stuff that's on blogs and that gets published is not timeless, because if something is timeless, that means it's been done since the beginning of time, like since the beginning of weddings.
Not unique.
Why would we want to look at the same timeless details? They want to get clicks. So they need to post the newest, trendiest, never been done before thing. And a lot of them are trends that like probably will never be done again after the next like 5 years or whatever, you know, however long a trend, I guess it's probably way less than that in today's day and age. A trend lasts way less than 5 years. But yeah, like they're not even looking for timeless elegance unless you're a celebrity. Like if it's a celebrity, they'll post it regardless. But if it's like a normal person, if you go off of a trend, oh my gosh, when Barbie wedding, like Barbie summer, they wanted like the Barbie wedding was like everywhere. Pink bridesmaids dresses, sparkles, like, is that timeless? No, but like it was probably great at the time. It was they had so much fun with their wedding and they got published. So I don't know. It's this is a completely different subject, I guess. I
know, and we keep jumping to it, so I'm sorry about that.
No,
I do too, because I just brought up Vogue wedding again, and I'm like, they don't know what they're talking about.
So if you
or Vogue bridal, whatever it's, I have no idea.
Vogue, you have something to learn from us. No, I'm just kidding. Please, I'm kidding.
Take a note from our books.
Wait, have you seen? There's a girl who makes TikToks, and she has a series called, oh my god, what is it called? It's like Vogue wedding to rapid divorce timeline or pipeline. Oh
my god, no.
Because I mean, you know, so many celebrity weddings or not weddings, celebrity couples get divorced, unfortunately, and they could have the most amazing wedding, but almost I mean, at least it seems from this woman's series that almost everyone gets divorced. I think she calls it the Vogue wedding to rapid divorce pipeline.
Oh my god.
Because that's many people have gotten published on Vogue and then get a divorce.
So we don't want to be in Vogue.
No.
Everyone.
Actually, do you know Madeline White? I love her. She's a fashion influencer. She was a model.
Maybe I don't.
Okay,
that name sounds so familiar though.
I guess that's a pretty common name. Like White is a very common last name. Madeline. She married the main, or there's only two of them. One of the people in Loud Luxury. But she's like very famous and I think very well respected in her own right. She was a model. I think that's how she got into the industry. And then when she first started doing TikToks, she would like make things. Like she would like cut things up and style really crazy outfits. Cool. And just like all came together somehow. And she would sew things. I loved her videos. And then every day she'd be like, see you tomorrow. She has a British accent, but she's lived in, I could tell you all her lore. She's lived in America for a while. So sometimes now her like accent kind of like slips in and out, but
this sounds familiar.
You've probably
to me.
seen her. I've probably sent you her videos. I watch a lot of her videos. Actually not as much recently, but especially during like 2020 and the COVID times, I watched all of her like style this out. Like she'll pull this random like ugly skirt. I did ugly in air quotes in case you're just listening. Skirt from like the back of her closet, and she's like, if I can't style this, I'm getting rid of it. Or like I always put this off because I don't know how to style it, so I'm gonna push myself to style it, or I'm gonna cut it up and make it into something like really interesting videos. And sometimes you're like, what the hell? And then it comes together and you're like, wait, what? How did you do that? And she just has a good personality. Also, she has a story. I don't know if I should say this. I guess I just will. It's public knowledge. She was a survivor of the tsunami in Thailand.
No way.
She made a whole video about it. She was like, I don't talk about this a lot because it's obviously horrendous and traumatic, but she shared a video about it and the story is just crazy. Like, so anyway, terrifying. Go check out Madeline White. I'm a fan of her. Also, I love Loud Luxury. Saw them in Vegas. They were great. They poured vodka into my sister's mouth from the stage and we somehow were behind the DJ booth with them. You know, they were so fun.
That's fun.
So fun. And Madeline White, icon, literally so iconic. And they got married this summer, and yes, they got published on Vogue, and yes, she commented on the video. She was like, no, don't tell me this. Wait. And they were like, she commented on like the pipeline video. I was like, no.
Oh my god, that's so. And then
people
funny.
were like, no, you're gonna be the only one.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like the one that escapes it. Or, like, you know, makes it out alive.
You survived a tsunami. You'll survive Vogue wedding.
Yeah.
Vogue whatever, bridal. I don't know what it's called.
Well, Vogue is a magazine, but they do have a wedding section on their website. And I guess
I feel like I've seen it.
Vogue weddings. I don't know.
I feel like I've seen it on TikTok, like Vogue something for like the wedding
It probably
content?
is weddings. It probably is called Vogue weddings. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't follow them. I'm so overwhelmed with wedding content that sometimes I just mute everyone that has to do with weddings. I'm like, I can't look at this anymore.
I'm still getting a lot of it. And honestly, I'm just joking about this. I'm like, oh, I'm triggered by it. I'm not really, but like I kind of am. And I'm sorry to like be like, oh, therapy talk. I'm like low-key like triggered.
No, I actually think you probably are.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do watch it because I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I'll watch it and be like, should I have done that? Should I have done that? I need to just stop.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's bad. Of course, the same weekend I got married, Vivian Audi got married.
Oh, and you're such a fan of her.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't like... I'm like afraid to look at her content because I don't want to like feel sad that I didn't do something.
Oh, that must be the worst feeling.
Yeah, it like doesn't really make sense.
Okay, not the worst,
but like no, it was.
I'm like, nothing is worse than someone having a better wedding than you.
And then we did the same mini moon to sister hotels.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we're the same person.
You kind of look like her. Like you guys have similar vibes, and you're both into fashion.
Think I do, but thank you. She's
I guess
so pretty.
Maybe you don't look. I mean, no, I think you kind of do. You have a similar vibe to her.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That means a lot. I'll take it for sure.
What were the sister hotels?
We went up to Maine to like Bar Harbor, Acadia National Park area, and she stayed at the Claremont, which she posted about, and she's not there anymore, so I'm not endangering her.
Oh.
But you know,
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
She stayed at the Claremont in Southwest Harbor, beautiful hotel, very pricey. Looked at it and didn't do it. And we stayed at the Astico or Astiku, I don't know how to say it, but it's the sister hotel like 20 minutes away in Northeast Harbor.
Okay.
And vibes are like very similar. They're sister hotels, and it's funny. They renovated it over the winter, I believe. It was like so new and fresh that from what I heard on like Reddit when I was kind of like looking these places up, I think they were canceling reservations in June because they were still like working on it. Like it was that new.
That's cool though.
But I was pumped because like, yeah, we called and they were like, yeah, we're good for September. Like, don't worry about that. Beautiful hotel. They have like all Le Labo products. Like you walk in the lobby, it smells like Le Labo. Like,
which
is like that? A small New York fragrance company. They make like expensive perfume and soap.
Wait, say it again?
Le Labo. Look it up.
What this is. Okay.
You would know. It's like Santal 33 or something. It's like their big fragrance.
Oh.
It's LE space
Okay.
LLABO.
I did not know this was called that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know.
Do you recognize it though? Okay.
A lot of people wear this on their wedding.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
It's people put it in their like
detail
spread.
Photos.
Yeah. It looks like Anthropology like threw up on the inside of this hotel. It's
hilarious.
So pretty. Like I like loved it. It was very
awesome.
like maximalist, but like cool. Like it was
well designed.
Yeah, it was cool. Really cool. It felt very anthro to me. Not to diminish the interior designer. I'm sure that they could do better than like an anthro store or something. But yeah, it was cool. But I'm like, wow, we're twins.
Yeah.
Married on almost the same day. We were off by one day, same weekend, and then same honeymoon.
Wow.
Mini moon. We're doing
she's cool.
Different honeymoon somewhere else, a longer one.
Yeah. We'll have to come back and do okay, I feel like I hijacked this episode so much.
You didn't.
But I definitely did.
No, I don't think you did.
Okay, good. I'm glad you don't feel that way.
I don't.
Okay, good. Because I want to talk about, I guess we talked about a lot of the planning, like or at least the intention that went into the planning.
I think my vibe, my intention.
Yeah.
A few details, like my dress.
Wait, do you remember the beginning of the episode when I was like, do you want to start with giving us a rundown of your day? And I have cut you off so many times and you have not even given one hint at a rundown of your day. Because I'm like, a wedding vlog is so stupid. And it's like, what are you saying? Can you please stop talking?
No, I literally don't care. And it's all like, obviously I wanted to talk about this too. Like these are my thoughts. So it fit. My wedding rundown though was literally like welcome drinks the night before, get ready in the morning at my parents', church, venue for pictures, cocktail hour, and reception, after party near the hotel. That's it.
Okay, I guess we did, but I do want to do another episode where we talk about any opinions that you had that changed or honestly, I think it's actually kind of cool because we're recording this early November and I feel like it's cool because a little bit of time has passed.
Yeah.
And these feelings of not wanting to look at someone else's wedding photos or feeling nervous to, think you made a mistake are probably like setting in and maybe they're changing. So I do think it would be cool to do another episode where we talk about that and then I would love to hear if any of the hot takes, the opinions like that changed. Maybe I can look. Maybe I'll listen back to that episode and just take some notes on the things we said and be like,
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
I like when you post this, I'll listen to it too and take notes on maybe spots where I'm like, I didn't finish. There was more to that.
Yes.
Also, teaser, like you said, there has been some time that has gone by, so I do feel better about it because I was highly anxious after my wedding.
Wow.
Little teaser for our next ep.
Okay, we need to do
I'll go into
wedding.
it. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm cutting you off again.
No.
Shut up.
I don't care. It's fine.
We need to do post-wedding, what you will feel like the day after your wedding.
Yeah.
And all of that. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to do that and start with that, and I'm going to tape my mouth shut.
Stop. Wait, today one of my coworkers was like, you floss every day, don't you? And I was like, I actually do. I didn't always. And then she's like, and do you own mouth tape? Do you mouth tape? I'm like, I own it, but I don't use it every night. You know, mouth tape.
You've done it?
Yeah, I've done it a few nights.
And wait, did she know? Why did
she was just like making assumptions about me because she said I have good oral hygiene. I was like, thank you. But I just thought about like mouth tape.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, thanks.
I've heard great things.
I definitely have some sinus issues where when I lay down, I get like congested. So then I wake up in the middle of the night and it's already off. Like I don't remember taking it off. I must have been like struggling to breathe.
Yeah.
And like ripped it off.
I feel like I would do that too. I'm in a deep sleep in there.
Yeah. Sorry, that was so irrelevant.
No, it's fine. Everything I said today was irrelevant.
I'm like, I floss every day. Everyone remember that. Okay?
I can't say the same. A lot of days.
It's okay.
Every day, I will say, I don't do it every day. Dentist,
I found,
click off.
Yeah, dentist, plug your ears. I made it my New Year's resolution in 2020 to floss every day, and I've stuck with it ever since.
Wow.
It's like my only resolution I've ever stuck with.
That's a good one, too.
Thank you.
Only benefits come from that.
Yeah. Exactly. The trick to it is that I found that I don't like using string floss because it hurts my fingers and then you're like breathing on your mouth and then it's getting moist on your fingers. The string is slipping off. You're trying to rewind it, finish the teeth, and it's slipping off your finger and you're just like one more tooth and then it's off and then you have to like rewind again and then your fingers are like losing circulation. Yeah. So I use the picks, but I use the compostable biodegradable picks.
Nice.
Because my younger sister was like, you can't use the picks. They're bad for the environment, which I get, but apparently mine are not bad for the environment. So
okay, I love that.
That was full circle because we talked about dentists earlier and now we're ending on flossing.
Oh my God, yes.
That was on purpose.
Yep. And that's why we're skilled podcasters and that's why we have the #1 podcast in the world.
Yeah. And that's what this episode truly was about. If you listen between the lines, it was only ever about oral hygiene. Everything we ever said.
Everything we said, you could make an argument that it's actually about oral hygiene. Timeless Wedding, there's an oral hygiene lesson in there.
Yep. Just listen for it closer.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening to the episode. Thank you, Trish, for putting up with me.
Yes, of course.
We will be back. What'd you say? Sorry.
Oh
my God, literally cutting you off again.
Stop. I said it's not putting up with you.
Okay.
We're just hanging.
You. Yeah. We'll be back. We'll be back with the post-wedding blues episode.
Yeah, definitely.
With a real bride. A real 2025 bride.
Married bride.
She's a married woman. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We love you. We appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.